Greetings. Welcome to Pan Insider TV, uh, Pan Insider Secrets, whatever you want to call us. We are here, and this is really, we're just coming, if you're coming alive, we wanted to really make take some time. I've made Baltimore my home, away from home, originally from Atlanta, Georgia, to right now, a Pan Insider. And, I've made Baltimore home for the past 20 years. My children are born there. My family's been living there for over almost, 15, 16 years. And, recently we've been hit with a tragedy. Uh, and I've seen a lot of this online. I just wanted to share, my heart compelled me to really take some time from my vantage point to add to the Baltimore Strong, to the resilience and the strength of our community. And one of the things that, in my business, I'm in the business of innovation. Um, the moments of tragedy can be moments of triumph. What do I mean? When we're looking at something as catastrophic as a bridge, a bridge that I used to drive over regularly. It wasn't on my daily commute, but it was pretty regular. The Francis Scott Key Bridge has been a fixture of Baltimore City since 1976 when it was erected. And I mean, it's very significant to if you see any television shows from, I think The Wire, Rock, anything, you see a night shot of the city. That bridge is one of the things that you see, showing the port of Baltimore, things like that. And so this is something that kind of shook to the core of the city. Our hearts ache for the lives lost. And, we're still finding out what caused everything. Uh, in this, I want to use this live as an opportunity for you to share your thoughts, your emotions about the loss. And we want to take it in a different direction. We want to focus on finding strength in resilience. I've seen a lot of shares online of community coming together, supporting each other, um, and finding in this grief strength and resilience of the spirit of rebuilding, the spirit of moving forward, and definitely, in this time being there for our neighbors, friends, and loved ones, kindness and support. But in the space of Patent Insider, and what makes us a Patent Insider comment, again, which is not going to be too long here. We have, we secure innovation and we secure intellectual property assets with patents for businesses. So we look at tragedy, we look at challenges as opportunities for innovation. And, one of the things that, when I've been watching, listening to the NTSB, listening to the Governor Westmore, listening to Mayor Scott, talk about what's happening, I'm seeing opportunities for innovation. So when we're looking at, this bridge was built in 1976. The average height of a freighter, this freighter is 3 football fields long, with stacked up to containers that are 6 to 8 stories high. There was no ship that big traveling through that port at the time this was built. So this offers us an opportunity to see how can we make sure this never happens again. This is, and if we look back in the history of bridges, this isn't the first time that something's happened that's been catastrophic. And if we go back to, I always think I want to say Tacoma, Washington, there was a bridge that the way it was designed, it began to resonate with the frequency of the wind, the actual bridge. So it would wobble until it began to wobble this way. And we'll share some of that, but it crumbled, it actually tumbled. And that it's called the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Um, But what followed was, looking into the failures of bridges. And what often happens a lot of times when a bridge fails, then it's studied, and engineers look at it, and they're digging into it, and they're finding out how to make sure this never happens again. It doesn't mean a bridge won't fail, but it means it won't fail like that. So is there anything that can be done when you have, this tons of this huge freighter, 3 football fields in length, 6 to 8 stories high, crashes into a support beam? Would any bridge withstand that? With the Brooklyn Bridge, with the Golden Gate Bridge, does any bridge stand a chance to that kind of force shattering impact? So we're gonna take a moment, and we're gonna share some. What we did was a little bit of research, and kind to see what's happened in the past, um, and what's in the world of innovation we can offer. And I challenge you, my Baltimore community, I challenge you, my international community, I challenge you all over to look at how can we make sure this never happens again. What are some things that innovation can be done to prevent a bridge collapse like this? So I'm going to show some footage of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge collapse, and then we can discuss. Uh, we don't want to do that one. Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Okay, we'll check this out. All right, so we all saw that, right? So, what I'm looking at is can we do the same thing? Can we use what happened with the Key Bridge as a way to innovate? And so I did, again, we're just going to make this not going to make a long video, more 15 minutes, right? But we want to look at. I did some research. I said, well, what is out there, right? What is actually out there? And I found some things that were interesting. So let's share the screen here. So this is from Google Pads, right? So this is a construction method for, and I think if you guys are looking at this, let me kind of zoom in here. You make it a little bit bigger for the screen share. So this is construction for a reconstruction bridge of a highway. So this is they have a method here of reconstructing a bridge. Let's look at what this actually looks like. What are they saying? Have to look at the actual translation here. But it looks like they have a way to reconstruct a bridge. They're showing you how they're digging. I guess so you're digging these supports into the land and using that to reconstruct. So interesting, not what we're talking about, but it says it's comprised of manual digging holes on the pavement, constructed to reach the elevation of the pile top, and then change the construction method. All right. So this is a method of reconstructing bridge. Let's see about anything about collision prevention. So this is a collision prevention system of a vessel. So this is a Korean patent. What does this actually look like? What is it saying? Let's see. This is saying that this is to prevent the crashing of a ship beforehand by having an alarm generation part. So maybe when we start seeing danger detected and you're approaching an object and you're in a danger area, this would automatically send a signal. Now, there may be some things like this already. We know we heard the Mayday. We saw the power going on and off on the vessel. Maybe an improved method like this could actually do something. The same providing information to support sailing, clear-away device. This is a similar thing. So it said this is an apparatus for providing an evacuation route for aiding information and the method thereof. So this is the apparatus for providing evacuation route is an embodiment for a ship on a voyage. So this has algorithm for a ship calculation, risk calculation unit, calculating vessel risk, and which is a risk caused by an accident such as flooding or fire in the ship, incident response method. So this is, it looks like for on the ship itself, has evacuation route and evacuation route navigation assistance. So this looks like this is an incident on a ship. This may not be crash prevention on a bridge. Let's see. Turning time. This is also something. Turning time calculation method to prevent collision due to control delay and remote control of autonomous ship. All right, so all these things are let's see what this is saying. This is Korean, but still. So if the ship is on autopilot, it's calculating different turns. I guess trying to reduce collision. I think the way this happened, it was so close to the bridge. I don't know that this would have helped, but this is something. Okay. And it's an estimation method of ships. This is another version of the same patent. Estimation of ships collision position. Again, maybe this would help for if there's a bigger distance. I think the way, at least from the clips we've been seeing, we don't know how long prior to a lot of the videos that we've seen, how much more prior to there was an actual situation. But it's just an idea showing you how there's a potential for innovation. And so with this potential for innovation, we want to make sure that we use this moment and we keep the families of those who lost their lives in this horrific tragedy, of those affected by the closure of the ports, of those affected by the closure of the bridge, that we keep all those in our thoughts and prayers. But Pat Insider here, again, we made that Baltimore home for the last 20 years. We want to encourage us to use this as an opportunity to innovate, to move forward, and to try to find solutions so that this never happens again. And that the new bridge that we construct and the new solutions that we have around port security and bridge security, that we make sure that no one has to unnecessarily lose their life in a tragic incident such as like what happened with the Francis Scott Key Bridge. With that being said, this is our first live in a while. We'll continue doing these periodically, sharing tidbits with our audience, community. And as I end, I want to invite you to be a part of our community. We have a community at Patent Insider Academy, so www.school.com/Patent Insider Academy. It's an opportunity to get insights like these, to join our community, to get live questions and answers, to get trainings on how to raise money, how to make money with your IP, how to secure your intellectual property, how to commercialize your intellectual property, how to build a prototype from your intellectual property. All of these things happen within Patent Insider Academy. We invite you to that. Again, patentinsideracademy.com or www.school.com/Patent Insider Academy. We also have a IP Mastery Challenge we do monthly. And the IP Mastery Challenge is a 5-day sprint through the 5 critical areas of intellectual property, the 5 risk areas, and the 5 pillars of intellectual property. You come in knowing nothing about IP. You come out with a clear intellectual property strategy and an understanding of your IP assets and what to prioritize to make bank. So with that being said, signing off, Pat Insider here, Pat Insider Secrets TV. See you next time.